All right, welcome back. Some news and notes here on the Carton Show. We got Tyrone Johnson here as well. Patrick Mahomes, not the only big-time name in the NFL, out with the torn ACL. I don't think it's been officially confirmed, but it's been confirmed by, I guess, people close to the Green Bay Packers. Sadly, Micah Parsons also out with a torn ACL. Should be noted, both those injuries not on turf, both happened on grass. It was not the turf monster that got them. Mm-hmm. But that's something Jerry Jones kept saying. If I pay a guy and he gets hurt, then what? Remember he kept saying that about Micah? Yeah. Which is silly because you could say that about anybody.
Any player, right.
But that's a big blow to the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, he made that defense formidable. They still have a good enough offense when they're on the money to beat a lot of teams. That was a bad loss, I thought, to the Denver Broncos yesterday. And Micah Parsons now out. Again, probably comes back, I would think, later than Mahomes does because of the position he plays. But you're still looking at, if you're lucky, late October for Micah Parsons. And I think that's being gracious.
The key thing is the ACL is what every fan knows. There's obviously other parts to the knee.
Yes.
What else did he damage? If it's just the ACL, there is an outside chance October 1st for him. If it's more, I
still think it's unlikely, but you're right. Look,
you have to find, but we don't know.
And then when do they have the surgery? Is it right away? Do they wait for the swelling to come down? The Achilles seems like to do that the very next day, and we all know that's a full year anyway.
But that's the new innovation. They used to wait on those, and now the newest innovation is you must get the surgery quick.
Yeah. Anyway, Micah Parsons is out. He's not going to be ready to start next season, so it's a major blow to the Green Bay Packers and their chances. By the way, not just of winning the division, but of even winning a playoff game and making a little mini run towards a Super Bowl. So that's that. I should mention to you very quickly that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in first place right now because Carolina lost to the New Orleans Saints. You can't trust them either. There's a whole bunch of teams out in the NFL that are good, that are going to get in, and you really just can't trust any of them, to be honest about it.
Can't trust them.
Then I got to go to this thing from Saturday. Yeah, I'm a big Heisman Trophy guy. I'm a big Army-Navy guy. I also saved you some money because you were going to make a terrible pick on that game, a game that you're not allowed to make picks on in my world. All right?
But I went 3-0, so I don't know what
you went
3-0.
I went 3-0. As I'm Santa Claus. And you went 3-0. Okay? Because I saved you from a loss because you were going to do the unthinkable, which is wager on the outcome of Army-Navy.
I was just trying to honor our troops.
You're all over Navy.
Love the troops.
And as you saw online, people question your patriotism now.
They did.
And I'm with them on that.
Yeah, that was wrong. I feel like I couldn't help but feel set up for that.
But I'm watching the Heisman Trophy thing.
Yeah.
And we all know Mendoza's going to win, and then he wins it. And what a classy kid. And
it was great.
And his mom and dad are there. He's got the special relationship with his mom. Yeah. Obviously, she's had some issues along the way. And he's a God-fearing kid and good.
Did a little Spanish for the grandfather who was an immigrant that came over.
I mean, perfect.
Perfect.
And then there's, what's it, Diego Pavia?
Pavia.
Pavia?
Pavia.
Yo, my man.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
First off, I'm not sure if he was trying out for the Scarface sequel or the Jersey Shore sequel.
Oh, man.
But my man and his two brothers who were with him, first off, they did not take losing well.
No.
Once they lose to Mendoza, they go F all the voters, all right?
Yeah.
But family for life. Okay, look, you're bitter. You lost.
But
now, the second thing you take out of that picture that maybe you didn't recognize watching him play because he was a damn good college quarterback.
Yeah.
All right? He's a little guy.
Yeah, now they list him as 6 foot.
6 foot my ass.
That's what I'm saying. He is not 6 foot.
Yeah.
When he goes to the Senior Bowl and they measure him and the combine and all that stuff, it's going to come out 5'9".
Yeah,
5'8".
That dude's just the Spanish Bryce Young. So that dude is right there. It's like I'm looking at it going, wait a minute. The guy on the left foot must be the quarterback.
Right.
He ain't the quarterback.
That guy's probably 6 foot.
Maybe the guy on the right's the quarterback. Now, he ain't the quarterback neither.
No.
The little guy in the middle. So first he goes F all the voters. All right. Then him and his brothers and I guess their friends, they went clubbing.
They went to the club in New York. They're hanging out.
In New York City, they're hanging out. Now, a lot of these clubs, if you're famous or you order an expensive bottle, they come along with like bells and whistles and streamers and fireworks and stuff. And a sign.
Yep, and you can put a lot of different things on that sign if you so choose.
It's a neon sign. They handwrite into it, and it's anything you want it to say. I don't know if we video that. You want to tell people what the sign said?
Well, we would be able to show it anyway. It said, bleep Indiana.
So he is not taking his loss well. I'm telling you something else he's doing. Look, I think his size is going to be his problem, and I think most NFL teams are going to pass on him because of his size. That being said, if you were considering bringing him in, and then you watched his behavior post losing the Heisman, he's undraftable now.
Yep.
Because we've seen other guys like him, and it never works out. And it's not like he's 6'6", 240, and he's got a howitzer for an arm, and he runs a 4.4. He's like He's like Johnny Manziel.
Less athletic, though.
And not as good.
Yeah, not as good, not as dynamic.
Right. Like Johnny won the Heisman.
Right.
All right. Johnny was a first-round draft
He
pick.
went on the road and beat Alabama.
Right.
He didn't lose to Texas like
And I'm telling you, it never works out. And when you contrast that to the Heisman Trophy winner, Mendoza, you see a classy kid.
6'5".
You see a kid who says all the right things. You see a kid who's also 6'5". He's got the body type of an NFL quarterback. And not that anyone was on the fence between them two. They weren't. Mendoza's the obvious number one pick in this draft, according to everything I read and
pretty much
what
everybody.
I've seen, at least my own two eyes.
Yep.
But Diego just killed himself. Diego just absolutely turned people off and made it very hard for you to sell a fan base on why he's your next quarterback.
And he was an underdog story. New Mexico State, he makes the transfer, had good enough grades to get to Vandy. People were, his likability was high.
Yeah.
He got too caught up with the bros. The podcast bros are now literally costing this kid maybe his career.
And by the way, what does it really cost you? Money. It costs you millions and millions of dollars, and that's what happened. And while all our focus, say rightfully so, is on the NFL, as we get only after tonight's game, only 3 games left for everybody. We got Saturday football coming up this week as well, including your Eagles. But I do have to acknowledge we're 24 hours away, folks. We're 24 hours away from the New York Knicks, just like I told you they would. And they don't have to beat the Thunder to do it.
Nope.
Because the Spurs beat the Thunder, second loss of the year for Oklahoma City.
Wemby went crazy.
The Knicks beat Toronto, Orlando, dominated them. And maybe their best win of the year.
It was.
And now it's Knicks Spurs for the Cup tomorrow night. And I want all that Wemby smoke. I'll
get that banner ready. Madison Square Garden, get that cup. Get that cup.
I told you we were going to win the cup, and now we're a day away from winning the cup tomorrow night. Must-see TV, Knicks and Spurs for the cup, and I'm here for all of it.